Hello everybody, it's Chelsea Face Reads. I want to start doing this little thing at the beginning of my vlogs where I kind of give you an overview of what the vlog will be. So consider this your warning for any future vlogs coming up. In this video, I will be reading a lot of really cool things. Some things I talk to you very openly about and descriptive. Some things I just kind of show you the book and then I never talk about it again. That tends to be a running thing for me. If you're someone who mood reads, you understand why I might do that. Mood reading is one of those things where I have all these plans that I want to do and then I end up going with nothing on the list or something random. I read Slewfoot in this vlog. I also read this book, Murder at the Black Cat Cafe. I also read a few manga in this video, but I don't talk to them really in full about it here. I just want to let you know that ahead of time so that you know what you're expecting. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope you enjoy the video. Good morning friends, it's Chelsea Face Reads. I wanted to start off a new reading vlog for you today. I just got out of the shower. As you can see, I am very moist. Don't know quite what I'm going to be reading at the moment. I'm in the middle of a couple of books, a book and then a manga, and I will show you those in a minute. But I went shopping with my mother and my husband yesterday. We needed to get a few things for our karate studio to supply up like toilet paper and stuff, and also look around at Halloween costumes. I have no idea what we're gonna do for Halloween. Last year we pieced it together because we just didn't have any funds to buy a costume, and this year we have the funds but we didn't like anything we saw and like the one we wanted. It's so funny because we wanted to be those big inflatable frogs months ago. Like this is something that we had planned to be months ago, and then all of a sudden it went viral because of that guy in Portland, which is great or whatever, but now the costumes became so hard to find that could ship to us in the appropriate time like they were weeks ago. Like they could have gotten to us in like 3 days weeks ago, and now they're so sold out that we could not get those within a month. So just so happened to go viral. Cool, whatever, we'll try again next year. I still think that would be a really fun costume for me and him to do. The kids would love it. It'd be really funny to make videos in, etc. But we have to switch plans last minute, so I did not plan for that. So now we have to figure out what we're gonna be for this Halloween party, and it's really difficult, so I don't know what we're gonna do. We had found a couple of cool costumes at Spirit Halloween in the mall, but they were not my size. I am not a tiny woman and they only had mediums left, so that one didn't work. Jonathan probably could have fit in his, but we didn't want to do it without the other person doing. It was like a couple thing, so I have no idea. I'll try to come up with something fun and easy, but I won't be the same thing as last year. I don't like to do that personally. He might do the same thing, but we'll see. Anyways, I have a lot of work to do today. Today's Sunday. I need to do some dishes. I have to do some laundry. I've been playing Pokemon Z-A, I don't know how you say it, Zaw. A lot of people have been jokingly saying Zaw. I have some opinions on that I want to share with y'all. So like, I've been playing it for like a week now, and I noticed right off the bat that there's been a few lines of dialogue with characters. They were very rude, they were very ungrateful, very mean, very nasty acting, and I was just like, okay, maybe I'm just too sensitive, or maybe I'm like reading into this too much. And I looked it up and like there's nothing on it. Like no one has said anything about the characters' dialogues. And I was like, well, maybe I'm just making the wrong options, because they do give you a few drop down dialogue options on a few of the, you know, interactions with characters. And I don't know what the deal is, but even the professor, you know, like in Pokemon, you have the Pokemon professor or whatever. Well, this woman's a little different, but she was so rude to me on like a couple of occasions. Like I'm helping this character in this world do something. I'm helping her research. And she was being so rude and like telling me I'm boring and like blah, blah, blah. And I just thought that was a really weird choice. Like I'm not like heartbroken or like got my feelings hurt on it, but I just think it's weird like how mean some of the people are in this game compared to any other Pokemon game. Like normally if anyone's mean to you, it's like a rival or the bad guys. It's kind of weird being talked like that by random people in the city, or the professor who's supposed to be thankful that you're helping them. Like, I don't know. I think it's an odd choice. Let me know if you're playing the new Pokemon game and if you've noticed that, or if I'm just insane, because I could just be thinking about it too hard. I did ask my friend, who he's a big Pokemon nerd too, and he said, yeah, they are kind of mean, but it didn't bother him. It didn't bother anybody, but it kind of bothers me because it's so out of character for this series. It feels like they tried to relate to the youth or something. I don't know. It didn't feel natural to me. Whatever.
He's so nasty.
But he loves it.
It's like, I don't care.
Oh, it's dripping.
You can make a mockery of me, I don't care.
It's dripping, yay.
Oh, the noises.
If y'all didn't know, Boston Terriers are notorious for their nasty noises and their farting.
Yeah,
So,
and I can vouch for both.
yeah, he's stinky boy, but we love him more than anything.
The stinky farty boy. Would you like if I turned it over a little bit?
He just turned 3, y'all, so tell him happy birthday. It was like a week or 2 ago. He turned
You got it all over your lips.
and
Clean
his
up a little
arms and
bit.
everything.
Clean up a little bit. Ugh. You need to clean. Wipe your mouth.
Clean yourself up.
Clean yourself
Oh, you're
up.
so nasty. You got a little on your hand. Ugh. Gross. So I'm working on this window painting for the karate studio. This is the inside. It kind of looks better than the outside because it's the smooth side, but I'm drawing it on the outside, which might be a mistake, but we'll see. But it's for the Christmas window decorating contest in our downtown, and we are located in our downtown, so we're doing like a dragon theme Christmas. So I think it'll be so cool when it's done. I do see a little tear coming down. He is leaking, but I'll fix that tomorrow. I'm gonna let this layer dry and then I'll be back in the morning to finish it. And I'm gonna make stuff go from here to all the windows. So we also have a new little Dojang Christmas tree, which is so cool. First time having a little tree in here. It's little, but it's perfect.
Sometimes little things can be perfect.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So, God, you guys, it has been one heck of a month for me, and it's only the 4th of December. I'm not able to do like a Vlogmas or a Bookmas or a 25 days of manga this year like I would love to. I used to be able to do stuff like that, but I just cannot right now. Also, everything is a mess because my life right now for work has been go, go, go. I haven't had time to cook anything. I've been eating garbage just to get by, barely being hydrated. Anyway, you don't care about that. I want to read some manga tonight. I took tonight off from karate because I was on my feet all day running around doing work stuff. It's always super busy this time of year. We have like 3 or 4 events within the same week, which is crazy for 2 people to handle. And then we also have volunteers, but generally it's just the 2 of us doing it. Anyways, my boss, who she's normally here with me to help and do a lot of the things, she had to leave the state because someone in her family passed away. So of course, not gonna make her stay for that, but it is very difficult to handle all of these events, at least 2 of them, by myself completely. Granted, it's not just me. Like yesterday we had a Christmas parade. I had to do a lot of things that I've never done. I had no training of. I just kind of had to wing it. And luckily I didn't have to do everything for that one, but the one that I have tomorrow night is pretty much all me. So I'm gonna have some volunteers helping, but way less than normal because a lot of people have been sick or they've had something come up, so it's very limited volunteers for that. Luckily, I think it should be okay. Hopefully nothing crazy happens, but wish me luck on that. I want to read manga tonight. I took the night off so I could relax. I just took a really hot bath, as hot as I could stand it, because my legs are killing me. I went to the library the other day and I checked out some manga there. I also ordered some manga through the Get It Shipped In service that you can do at a lot of libraries. Well, you can go on their website and like search And then if it's available in one of the circuits of your library, you can have them ship it to your library, and then you pick it up. I've been doing that a lot lately because it lets me try volume 1s, and I love doing like first impressions for y'all. So it's a good way for me to do that and also try new things for free. I turned in one of them so far. That is going to be a video I talk about hot takes. I'm eventually going to do a manga hot takes video. Y'all aren't ready for that, and I'm scared to tell you what I took back. But I do have quite a stack here, so I'll hold them up one by one to show you, and they're due different days, so I'm gonna have to try to read them in order if I can, or just re-up my checkout because I've just been so busy. But I have the omnibus of Shaman King. Never read Shaman King or watched it in my life. I have volume 1 of Nana. I know, crazy, right? Chelsea's never read Nana. I did watch like 5 seconds of an episode one time and I had to stop for some reason, but this is one I've been wanting to check out for years. I just never have. I also have volume 1 of Boys Run the Riot. This is one that I was really interested in, and I was like, I don't know if I want to pay that price if I don't like it. It's one of the bigger trim sizes, kind of like Blue Period, so I do want to read that one as well. And then I also checked out Hikaru, the summer, God y'all, I'm tired. The Summer Hikaru Died. I knew what this was called, y'all. It's just leaving my brain. If I'm telling you the one I'm most excited for, honestly, it's between Nana and The Summer Hikaru Died. Mostly because I've been anticipating genuinely picking these up and reading them. I want to buy them, but it is nice to get to try them first without spending upwards of like $15 a volume. So I'm gonna try these. Want to try this one as well, at least the first volume in it. I don't know if I'll read the whole omnibus unless I just can't get enough of it, but it is an older one. We'll see. And then this one's probably the least in my priorities, but I do want to try to at least get through a couple chapters of it, and if I just don't like it, I will return it. But I would love to read the whole thing. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get to reading and relaxing. My husband will be home probably around 8:30. I might go pick him up if he gives me a call. Sometimes he just walks home. Either he'll walk home, which hopefully he won't because it's kind of rainy and cold, or he'll call me and I'll come pick him up. So either way. Also, I have a boy in my lap who is purring away and wearing a fuzzy fleece raccoon sweater. Just trying to get cozy, trying to read, trying to relax. Tomorrow is going to be very crazy. I don't know if I'll think to show you anything, but yeah, it's a big Christmas event in our town. Wish me luck. Just got a lot more free and open. Hi guys, so I am cozied up in my new chair. My husband, if you don't know, he is the GOAT. He got me the chair that I've been wanting for over a year now. It's that big cozy reading chair everyone's been getting on the groups that I'm in on Instagram. I love it. It's so big. It's almost like a bed, but also a couch and a chair. He got it locally at a Black Friday sale from somewhere nearby, and it's perfect. It's like a dark brown chocolatey color. I love it. I've been gaming in it. I needed it for gaming, reading, naps. My cat and dog haven't been able to sit in my chair with me for years now, and it makes me so sad when they're like trying to sit in my gaming chair with me. So now they have all the room to cozy up with me when I'm playing games or reading. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys for a second because now, like I've mentioned in earlier clips and other vlogs and stuff, December tends to be a very busy time for me work-wise, but we have just finished our last event of the year and I cannot express to you guys how stressful it was this year because my boss was out of state due to a death in the family, which is totally understandable. I can't be mad at somebody for that. I would do the same thing, but it's been a lot just for me. Granted, I had a couple of board members and a couple of volunteers who really came in clutch, but it was a lot doing it by myself, and there's only 2 of us anyway, so I had huge community events to run almost alone, like coordinating. Granted, I do a lot on my own anyway before she did leave, but it's been so stressful, and not for the reasons you'd think. Like, I know what I'm doing when it comes to the event planning and everything. Street closures are a little confusing to me, and that's the worst part about what happened. I'm just gonna kind of rant about this. If you don't care, I'm not going to talk about a book until the end of this rant. We did a parade. That was terrifying because there were things that I'd never done. At our parade at least, everybody has their stations that they're used to doing, and I had mine, so I knew what I've been doing for years front to back. Like, I know what I'm doing. I've got it nailed down. But I was in charge of doing a bunch of other things that I've never done before with no guidance. So it was very scary doing a parade. Of course, a lot of the people who come to parades like that don't know the mess that goes on behind the scenes. They just see the parade. That was stressful, but we got through it. I had a couple board members who really stepped in. The second event, which was the same week but Friday, y'all, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack because, look, I know that a lot of police are shorthanded in places. This event was told to them months ago, and we got like a permit and everything, and we're supposed to close all these streets, not because we wanted to, but because they told us we had to for safety, which is understandable. It's gotten really big. It's a festival, sort of. Not your typical festival, like there's not like vendors everywhere, but it's got its own flair to it, is all I'll say. And I was concerned for safety, like they mentioned, and it has gotten so big that we've added some activities like photo booths and Santa stuff and some performances. So I was worried because some of this is happening in the streets. The cops were supposed to be there at a certain time and they were not, and so I was freaking out because the event started in 2 hours. And normally my boss handles the traffic part. Like, she handles the coordination with the police and the chiefs and the traffic blocking, permitting and things. So I was kind of just left to that, and I tried contacting her, but I tried not to because, you know, she's dealing with a lot. This is a very sad moment for her, but I had some questions I had to have answered, and so I did the best I could. It felt like I was talking to a brick wall anytime I would ask the police to help me block a certain part of the street, because we had these blockades up. There were city guys trying to help me. It was just a nightmare, y'all. That whole part of it was so stressful. I've never in my life been like, I just want to leave. I just want to go home and not be here and just clock out, you know, that kind of thing. But I powered through it because of safety. Like, I could not stand the thought of someone getting killed or hurt on my watch when I'm in charge of these events. From what I can understand, nothing happened. So even though there were some awkward hiccups in between and things happened that I don't think would normally have happened if she was here or if we had the same amount of volunteers. That's the thing too, is we were so short on volunteers, y'all, for both of these events. It was crazy. A lot of circumstances happening this year that never have happened since I've been working here, but it was just a lot for me, and so I'm kind of coming down off of that stress-induced high. My Christmas break, I'm gonna say, officially starts now, even though I'm still going to work. I do have a long Christmas break coming though, so that's exciting. Hi friends, don't mind things behind me. I've been doing dishes all day, but I wanted to show you the book I'm currently reading. I just finished volume 1 of Nana. I'll do a first impressions of that separately, but for now I'm reading Murder at the Black Cat Cafe. This is a classic Japanese mystery from the author of the Honjin Murders, Seishi Yokomizo. I saw this at my local indie bookstore and I just thought that cover was so cute with the little cat. And it seemed like a, not cozy, but just a mystery from Japan. And I guess I wish it was a little more modern, but I didn't even read this classic mystery thing. But so far, it's okay. I'm on chapter 5, page 63. And we're following this detective and his assistants who come across this man unburying a body that's been dead for a while. We're getting the story from the perspective of someone who likes to write mystery novels, and he asked this detective, hey, do you have a cool story that I can write that specifically involves this situation, like this trope? And so he's like, I'll let you know as soon as I find a case like that. And so this is that case that he did eventually get to. Yeah, I'm not sure how this will play out, but it's a pretty short book. It's just about 200 pretty much pages long, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through. But I did want to update you guys that I'm reading this. Also, I don't know what manga I want to start next, but yeah, I've been having a lot of fun reading again. I've been making a lot of art. I'll be sure to put a few of my artworks here on the screen for you that I've screen grabbed, so that you can see if you're interested in checking out my art. I don't currently have these listed in my Etsy shop, but I have a lot of other things down there, so if you're interested in these, let me know. I've been wanting to make art prints of some of my art. I am gonna get them all scanned in this week, so hopefully I'll have those all digitally in case I ever do want to do art prints. So, and I'm gonna try to sell the originals as well, but sometimes that's really hard because they're a lot more expensive. But I've been practicing a lot. I've been learning a lot of things with my paintings, with my oil pastels, and it's been a lot of fun. I've just had a really good time. And so if you want to follow me on those platforms, I will post my art TikTok down below, along with my art Instagram and my Etsy shop, of course. Because when you buy things from me, you're supporting my channel, you're supporting me, you're supporting my art. You let me do things that I want to do and things that I enjoy. So thank you very much for just being here, liking this video, subscribing, commenting with someone else in the comment section. Any kind of interaction, saving the video, sending it to a friend is always appreciated. So thank you so much. I can't express to you guys how thankful I am, because there's a few of you who follow me on other platforms and it just means a lot. So thank you guys. I'm about to start cooking dinner. I don't know what we're having yet, but yeah.
I'm gonna eat that. You're gonna eat that.
Oh my God, y'all, it's 24 degrees in Mississippi. We are not built for this. And that is Fahrenheit. Oh my God, I'm freezing to death. Couple of things other than the cold. I guess just one thing. Oh no, two. I didn't DNF. I kind of sped through the last bit of the book I was reading. I don't even know if I showed it to you guys, but it's like the Murder at the Black Cat Cafe or something. It's a classic Japanese historical mystery or something. And I didn't really read much about it when I bought it at the bookstore. I just kind of picked it up based off vibes, and I gave it 2 stars. It wasn't for me. I think it was just very repetitive, and the writing style wasn't my favorite. It was more analyzing like tropes and mysteries instead of an actual mystery, and I just didn't care about that. It kind of felt misleading, but you know, it is what it is. So I will be getting rid of that one. But in the meantime, I have been ordering a lot of books through my library service where they you know, have an online thing where you can order the books and then they have them brought to you. So I'm reading, if you can read that, Slewfoot by Brahm. I love this so far. Like, I was like 30 pages in and I was like, I need to buy a physical copy of this. I'm on page 60 and this is really interesting, y'all. I was worried the writing wouldn't be for me, but it absolutely is. It's about this girl. She is Abitha, or Abby. She's married to this man. She was sold pretty much to the Puritans, to this man as a bride when she was 17. She was pretty much sold and then shipped overseas to the Puritans and their colonies as a bride. And that kind of sucks, but you know, you have to do with what you got. She's pretty spicy. She's pretty modern compared to the time period that she's living in and the people that she has to be around now. She has to marry this man who is actually not the worst person she could have been stuck with. He's actually pretty kind to her. Of course, he's not perfect, you know, he is a product of his time. It's their life together, and then something happens and there's a demon involved. But I haven't gotten too far yet, but it's so good. Like, the people in this town are crazy religious, like crazy religious, almost to the point of like suffering is the only way that you'll get into heaven, like pure unadulterated pain and suffering. So, you know, there's a lot of that in here, a lot of religious stuff. So I am really enjoying it, so I will be continuing that because I want to read it right now. I gotta go to work. I'll be late if I don't, so see you later. Bye. Hello friends, I wanted to give you a quick update on Slewfoot. I am still reading this. I'm that far in, which is about halfway, maybe a little less. Page 137. I am obsessed with this book. I don't want to read it too fast. I do this thing where either I like a book okay and I read it, I like a book a lot and I blow through it, or I like a book a lot and I don't want to finish it, so I just kind of put it off finishing it. And that's the case with this book. It's really good, y'all. I really love the characters so far, the main two. Slewfoot himself, our main girl Abitha. She is so strong and I like her a lot. She's very witchy. She's very independent, especially for the time period and the location of which she is inhabiting. Slewfoot is a creature who we're not quite sure of his origin yet. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but he's trying to figure out who he is, and I don't know if we'll figure that out or if he'll discover who he was or who he thinks he's supposed to be. So there's a lot of God talk in here. There's a lot of heretics and punishments for the God, you know, church stuff. A lot of that in here. So it's definitely very religion heavy. So if that's not something that you're into, I would not pick this up, but it is fiction and it's really, really fun. I love the amount of like horror in this, along with the commentary on religion. You know, there's loss. There's a lot of things going on in this that I'm just really, really vibing with. I did order it from my local indie bookstore since I am loving it so much, and this is a library copy. I wanted to own my own copy so that I could keep it and maybe even annotate it. I'm not sure. I was so sad when I started reading this and I couldn't annotate it because I do really want to, and I normally don't do that. I've only annotated maybe 2 books in my life. One of them was an ARC and the other one was a book that my friend gifted me that they wrote. So yeah, this one really made me want to annotate it. If I really, really love a book, I think that if I own it, I'll annotate it during, and if I end up rereading it one day and I haven't annotated it, I'll annotate it that time, just so that I can see my thoughts and everything, because I love so many books and reading is just become such a huge part of who I am and what I've loved to do. And I've always been a reader, but over the past few years since I've started doing my booktube and right before then, I just really wanted to force myself to slow down. Because in America, I don't know about everywhere else, we are trained from birth to be go, 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 work, 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 sleep, eat, poop, go back to work, be productive 24/7, even on your days off. And I really struggle with that because I was raised this way. I was brought up in a country this way. I was trained to do this in school. Everyone is. But I wanted to force myself to slow down a little bit. So that's why I started reading more. I read manga, I read books. I also play more video games than I ever have. And that also forces me to slow down because I have to think, I have to remember things, I have to be mentally active to do those things. And I also make a lot of art. I've been getting way back into my art. I did go to school for art. I'm a graphic designer. I use it a lot in my day job, but I don't just exclusively graphic design. It's just a part of what I do. It's something that I have always loved, art. I've been using oil pastels lately. I've been watercoloring. I've been doing a lot of really fun things that I haven't done in a long time. I think I went through a bit of depression where I wasn't feeling like an artist or like I should make art or I want to make art. And to me, like, the more art I'm making, the more healthily I feel mentally, I think. Because even though it's been a rough couple months for my job, like one of the most stressful Christmases ever, I have been able to handle it because I've been creating so much art and I've been reading a lot and I've been playing video games in my free time that I do have. So it's been not as bad as it could have been if it had happened maybe last year. 2025 was rough. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It's been the hardest year of my life. I lost 2 very, very close family members, very, very close together within the same month, same days, like within a week of each other, pretty suddenly. My work's been very, very, very intense and just a lot of other things mentally for me. I'm trying to figure out how to budget better because I wasn't raised in a very wealthy household without saying too much. We didn't learn how to budget. We didn't have much. We just kind of lived day by day. And my husband was the same. Not to say I was like poor or anything. I was pretty privileged, I can say that. I still wasn't taught how to properly manage my funds, and so I struggle with allowing myself to be happy and do things that I want to do that bring me joy, but also not waste money when I don't need to. It's a rough transition. I am doing my best with what little extra income I have. That's life. Everybody's struggling right now. I can't complain too much. A hard year, but it's also been a good year for me. There's been a lot of bad things happening in the world, and I've kind of just done what I can from where I am, but also there's not much I can do, and that's so, it makes you feel so helpless and so useless to see what's happening around you and to not feel like you can do anything about it. Because I did go to this protest, or I did donate to this charity, or I did sign this petition, or I did do this thing or that thing, but does that really matter? Like, does that really count towards anything? Or am I just... Anyways, I don't mean to get all existential on y'all. It's just things I think about. And I have to kind of disassociate when it comes to political things and the environment disintegrating around me, because those things really do affect me mentally. So I do read to escape. And I do watch anime to escape. I read manga to escape. I make art to escape. But I also do confront those things head on a lot. My husband is very, very much plugged in politically, And if I don't know something, which most of the time I do, he does keep me updated. So I do sometimes have to be like, you know, maybe we should back off for a couple days and then get back into it, because it's just so much to handle living in this country right now. Even saying that feels like so privileged and ignorant because of like Gaza and stuff. So yeah, anyways, enough of that. I hope you guys are doing okay. I know that this year's been rough for a lot of people. Prices keep going up, things keep getting worse, but you're still here. And that's what I care about the most, is that you have made it to December or New Year, whenever this vlog goes up, I'm not sure. And we're gonna get through this together. We're gonna do our best to make this country a better place to live, to make this world a better place to live, and to hold the people around us accountable, which is very tough. I live in Mississippi, and there are a lot of people who I have lived my whole life caring a lot about, that I have to hold to a higher standard than they can even see. They can't even see what they're doing. But anyways, I will see you guys soon. Sorry for ranting. Bye. So Jonathan and I just opened our presents from each other, because we usually do that on Christmas Eve just because we're so busy on Christmas Day with our families. I'm going to show you what he got me. It was very sweet. He got me this big reading chair back here. I know it's covered in junk right now because I'm in the process of cleaning my house, but it is the big reading chair that everyone on TikTok and Instagram I've seen over the years losing their minds over, and so I really wanted it, and I needed a new couch anyway. He got us both really nice couches. They're both fantastic. We've needed new furniture for years. We've always just had hand-me-downs, and it is so nice, y'all. I read, I play games, I sleep, I cuddle with my sons. I love this chair. So that was a huge purchase. So he got me some little things to go for Christmas, even though he totally didn't have to. I told him not to. But y'all, he got me the sweet, I cried when I opened this one, okay? He got me this throw that's like super soft fleece with all these pictures of him and my cat and my dog and me and him, and it's just beautiful, and I cried. It's so soft, y'all. What a sweet, thoughtful gift. I'm really happy with it. When he held it up for me because I wanted to see it all, I cried. There's some really good pictures in here of my babies. I love this one so much. This is so sweet, and I'm gonna use this forever. And then he also got me, there's an artist, a group of artists I follow online, like Instagram, TikTok, called Unicorn Eclipse. I recommend checking them out if you like supporting small businesses who make like cutesy, kawaii, colorful artwork. These are just some freebie stickers that came in the order when you ordered through their Black Friday sale. Let me show you the actual gifts real quick. So these were something that I told him I wanted specifically because I struggle with buying myself things unless it's like a small thing here or there. These are a little expensive, but they were probably very expensive to get made. They are bullet journals from this artist group. This one's like video game-esque, very dreamy pink. This is my color scheme, y'all. This is my dream color scheme. It's hardcover, bullet journal, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then this one is, I have a mouse pad of this. I did buy that for myself. It's like underwater library with a cat. You can see like the whales and the jellyfish. Oh, they're so pretty. And I know they cost a pretty penny. They'll be worth it for sure. I even love that it has their logo at the bottom. So cool. I think my favorite is the gaming one, honestly. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you what I got. He also got me a gift card to our local indie bookstore as a stocking stuffer, and probably a couple other things that I'm just forgetting to say. But those were the biggies, and it was a great year. He felt really bad. He felt bad because he didn't get me more, but it's like he just discluded the couch. He just acts like that didn't count. And he also bought me a laptop for my birthday last year. I think it was my birthday, something like that. It might have been Christmas last year. But he's still paying that off. Like, I have such a nice guy. But I got him a PlayStation Portable, like the handheld thing that he's been wanting. I got him a lav mic he's been wanting. I got him a hat rack because he wears a lot of flat brim hat. I got him a book. I always get him a book, of course. I got him a t-shirt, a couple other things. Oh, a charging dock for his PlayStation 5 controllers. It was a good Christmas, for sure. Yang got some toys, and Hermie got some catnip and some catnip bubbles, so that's cute. I'm not sure how he feels about them yet, but really, really fun. Merry Christmas, everybody. It is Christmas Day when I'm filming this clip. I had to get up really early
for a couple of reasons, mostly for food because I'm traveling to visit my family and I had to cook a couple things. So I'm up really early and I was almost finished with this book last night and I couldn't stop reading, but I had to get some sleep. So I finished it this morning just now finished the last page. Guys, this is an amazing book, but it's rare that you read a book that really makes you feel like this. I have to really think and look back at my reading list of the year and see this could be a favorite for me. I love this so much. It might be my favorite book of the year, but I did already order a copy from my local indie, so I'm excited to get that eventually. Wow, like I was really into this from the beginning to the end. There were a few points where I was really concerned of what was going to happen to my favorite characters in this book. It did not let me down. It could have gone several different ways, and I love how this ended. I think it was bittersweet. I think it was good. I think it was sad. I think there were a lot of really interesting characters in this, even the bad guys. I love Slewfoot and Abatha so much. They are so captivating as characters that I want to keep reading about them. I want to read more about what they did after this book. I could read like a whole series on them, but this is just pretty much, in my opinion, of course, you know, you can interpret a story as you wish, a story of love and forgiveness, and also having your own thoughts and not letting a group of people sway you. And it does tie into religion and it does tie into politics, but it's not political, if that makes sense. It's a story about not letting people sway you just because you're scared. Seems very appropriate for the time period that I'm in as well, even though she was in like 1666. It's sad that we're still pretty much on a witch hunt all the time, but she seemed like a really good person, and it's unfortunate that things went the way that they did. But you know, when people are crazy and they won't listen to reason, what can you do? Anyways, I really love this so much. I do recommend that if you do pick this up to not look at the pictures in the middle when you get to them, because there's like this little middle section here. As you can see, that line through the book of some pictures, which is great. Brom illustrates himself, so it's really cool that there are those illustrations, but they don't go with the story at that time, so it could be a spoiler if you look at them. I didn't understand what I was looking at when I looked at a couple of them, but eventually I was like, oh, okay, that's a spoiler. So if you want to wait to look at those at the end, I do recommend that, because it could spoil a couple of things in the book for you. Overall, this was amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. If you love witchy stuff, if you love religious discussions, if you love feminism, if you like discussions of fae or wild folk or any kind of creatures, like it's not specifically mentioned exactly what's going on, but it's got a lot of that in it. And it really made me interested in these kinds of subjects. Like I want to read more about them. I want to look into them and study them. Very, very cool. It's very, very good. Want more of this. I wish I could find 10 more books just like this, but I just wanted to let you guys know my final thoughts on that. For a very short book, I did take my time on it because it was just so much fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I hope that you did enjoy some of it, if not all of it. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I don't know when I'll get this uploaded, but I hope you had a great Christmas, you have a good new year, and that you'll like, comment, subscribe for more from me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.